It's the film that made Martin Scorsese's reputation as a master filmmaker and also turned Robert De Niro into the actor. It's the film you're praying doesn't get remade about an Uber Eats driver with anger issues. It's Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver's director Martin Scorsese and screenwriter Paul Schrader's look at mental illness, with the central character at a loose end in life since he's a fan of Marvel movies. Robert De Niro's Travis Bickle drives cabs at night in New York in the mid-70s, when the place was a cesspit, the location of vice, crime, and of course Marvel and DC comics. Okay, so this was Scorsese's cokey phase. Vietnam vet Travis Bickle is a bit screwed up and drives cabs for a living. The end. But there's possibly more to it. Travis has no friends, little education, and a repressed anger that might just possibly explode. Only possibly, but probably not in this film. I really should watch these things all the way through first, huh?
Each night when I return the cab to the garage, I have to clean the cum off the back seat.
Travis's inner monologue narrates the film, just like how my inner monologue keeps insisting I shouldn't drive down the freeway in reverse gear while blindfolded.
It's a long hustle, but it keeps me real busy.
I'm listening.
I can take in $350 a week, sometimes even more when I do it off the meter.
Can I help you, Travis? No, really. Can I help you?
If you've seen Scorsese's earlier and, in my opinion, not really that great film Mean Streets, you'd be forgiven for thinking De Niro was not a good actor. Well, Taxi Driver lets you know that De Niro is a very, very, very good actor. Or at least was back then. He inhabits this role naturally, just like a burger in a bun, or bed bugs in the Stam Fine Motel, fatality-free since... No, wait, never mind.
It's nickel-plated, snub-nosed, otherwise the same as a service revolver. That'll stop anything that moves.
Travis has problems talking to people. He's harbouring some deep-seated resentment towards society, feelings of loneliness and isolation, and got the hots for a woman he's spotted on the streets.
That taxi driver's been staring at us.
Betsy, played by Cybill Shepherd, is a campaign worker for Senator Palatine's presidential campaign when she's locked onto by Travis. He manages to strike up a conversation with her, in which she mistakes his awkwardness for shy naivete, rather than the awkwardness masking other issues.
I should get one of those signs that says one of these days I'm gonna get organized.
You mean organized?
Organized.
So awkward. Just like the conversation our engineer Frank had with the police when they found him holding a blood-stained pipe after that game of Clue went wrong.
I've been framed.
Yeah, sure, Frank, sure. Travis manages to convince Betsy to go on a date to see a movie. Unfortunately, as Travis is not the most well-adjusted person, he innocently takes her to see a porno movie. Betsy walks off and ghosts Travis. There's the heartbreaking phone call scene where he tries to explain and apologise to her and the camera moves away from him, showing off either Scorsese's brilliance in framing the shot or the camera operator accidentally knocked the camera along the dolly track and nobody caught it in time. So all Betsy's are off.
You talking to me?
Why, yes. I am talking to you, Travis. Do you need a psychiatrist?
Besides, Travis has come into contact with Iris, a teenage prostitute played by Jodie Foster, who was 12 at the time.
God, are you square?
Hey, I'm not square. You're the one that's square. You're full of shit, man.
Travis has different ideas for Iris. He wants to save her, but her direct supervisor, played by Harvey Keitel, isn't having any of it.
I'm no cop, man. Well, if you are, it's entrapment already. Huh?
Travis is also spiraling out of control in general.
You talking to me?
There are several mental health professionals in New York.
Training for something, buying guns for something.
Well, then who the hell else are you talking? Talking to me?
Composing a manifesto in his head since he's already hocked his laptop.
Listen, you fuckers, you screwheads. Here is a man who would not take it anymore. Who would not let... Listen, you fuckers, you screwheads.
Calling screwheads.
Here is a man who would not take it anymore.
Is Travis going to try and kill the senator that Betsy was working for? Nah. Instead, he'll focus on saving Iris.
That's it, you're a scorpion. I can tell every time.
And in an incredibly bloody finale, kills off all of the support staff to Iris's career as a teen prostitute. The doorman, the pizza delivery guy, and the IT guy. Apparently in the mid-70s, this made Travis a hero, rather than a violent vigilante murderer to be locked up. And we think for a moment that this has cleared the fog from Travis's head, and he's, for want of a better word, a well-adjusted member of society now. Even Betsy seems to have noticed the change, despite his original intention to assassinate her boss. which we'll conveniently forget about for the sake of an easy life. Women just like bad boys, it seems. Of course, you don't cure mental illness by murdering people, even if they are vicious monsters like Harvey Keitel's pimp pedo guy character. Oh, it's okay, we can legally call his character a pedo guy, thanks to a recent court case. Unlike a lot of movies now regarded as classics that foundered on release and only found an audience years later, Taxi Driver came out swinging and was an instant critical sensation, garnering awards like candy. The sort of candy used to entice preteen runaway Iris into prostitution.
Well, I'm the only one here.
Travis, you so cray-cray.
And Oscar nominations, but no wins for Best Score for Bernard Herrmann's last work, or Best Actor for De Niro, or Best Supporting Actress for Foster, or Best Picture. It was up against films like Network and The Omen, and Rocky, which won for Best Director and Best Picture that year. De Niro is an old-school method actor, which is to say he tries to find the truth of a character by being the character. So in order to get under Travis Bickle's skin, De Niro famously drove cabs in New York. What a lightweight. If he really wanted to know Travis Bickle, he would have joined the Marines and gone to Vietnam 5 years earlier and come back and shut up a brothel.
Did I tell you to do that with the meter? Put the meter back. Let the numbers go on. I don't care what I have to pay. I'm not getting out.
If Taxi Driver was Scorsese and De Niro's only credits, they'd still be acknowledged as masters of their craft. But together they would go on to make Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Casino, and most recently The Irishman, all acknowledged as great films. They also made Cape Fear, but that's rubbish by comparison. Taxi Driver, endlessly quotable, parodied into infinity, and acknowledged as a classic in almost every respect.
You talking to me?
Go ahead, make my day.
Is a film that, while relatively tame compared to most modern R-rated films, is still a powerful film, possibly financed by the powerful taxi cab drivers' lobby to entice audiences to tip their drivers better.
Would you like me to call you an Uber?
If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe, leave a comment below, or check out some of our other videos.